Okay everybody, we're doing I like the P51 video. So back when I started there was a lot of videos saying, throttle down and stuff at the very, threshold. So watch what happens when you power down. You get a yaw and a roll moment when you power up. You also get a yaw and a roll moment, and especially at the lower speeds when you're wanting to land, you're going to have major issues if you need to do a touch and go. So what I recommend, if the P51 is not working for you or you're having trouble with it, line up from a very far distance away. I'm pretty sure flaps down and gear down speed is less than 150, but that's what we're going to do. Power down quite a lot, and we're going to try and do a 3-point landing, which is what the flyboys did in World War II. The reason why you get this yaw moment is because of the torque of the engine. The engine's so powerful in this thing that when you throttle up, the torque will introduce a yaw moment, and also when you throttle down, you will introduce a yaw moment. So when you're flying, everything's perfectly balanced. You've got a balance with your torque and all that kind of stuff, but when you're landing, those slight adjustments, watch, I'll make a slight adjustment, it really does throw you off. I mean, it's quite powerful. It's quite a very noticeable moment. Alright, let's try and do a 3-point landing. Now I'm also quite happy that DCS or Eagle Dynamics has decided to separate the channels for the ambient and the engine sounds and the comms, because when you're building a simulator, bringing it down a bit too rough here, and I didn't get that 3-point landing I wanted. When you're building a simulator, you can run the engine sounds and still have headphones on, and giving you that extra bit of immersion there. So I think that's really cool. Oh, also, when you're flying a tail dragger, don't slam on the brakes, because that'll happen. Alright, so let's do one more of these. So yeah, I've decided to, well, I decided a long time ago to build a sim pit, and I've slowly been doing it, and it's going to take me years to finish, but I just bought some switches and some hookup cable, soldering iron, that kind of thing. So yeah, as you can see, look, I'll try and keep this as steady as possible. So that's fairly steady. Power up. So it's a big yaw moment. So I wouldn't recommend cutting the engine as you come across the threshold, and I also wouldn't recommend powering up as you come across the threshold. Treat this bad boy as if you're going to land it once, and you intend to land it once, and that's it. I'll try and do a touch and go, which this is going to be awful, but the amount that I power up, and I haven't quite, even to this day, I haven't quite got my rudder pedals, figured out. So the sensitivity seems different every time I use it. Not that the sensitivity is actually changing, it's just I haven't got used to it. And it's different for every aircraft as well, because I've set it up, so the A10 I can follow the lines properly. The Hornet's different, and the aircraft behaves different with the rudder as well. Alright, we're coming in a bit too steep here, so power up. Do you see that? See, the nose just completely flies to the left there. Alright, so we'll do a touch and go. Power up. And you kind of have to line back up with the runway, because the engine power on this thing is intense, to say the least. Alright, so gear up. And we're still doing less than, we're doing 110 at the moment, well 120 at the moment, miles per hour. Whoever put miles per hour in here is should always be knots and feet. I wonder if my rudder pedals are actually aligned properly. Anyway, we're going way too fast. But at least that'll give us an opportunity to turn without any buffeting or anything strange like that. Yeah, we've gone a bit too far. Alright, so imagine that the airfield goes on for infinity both ways. The tighter you make that angle to cross the line, obviously the wider you make that angle, the quicker you will cross that line. Flaps down, gear down. Let's just go hell for leather. Look at this. Alright, now we'll try and do this 3-point landing. Oh. Okay. Very good. Very good. Can you stop? Can you... Okay. So you try and, obviously trade altitude for energy. Then that way, if you put the nose down, you're going to gain a bit more energy. And then you can kind of fly over the top of the A10 because that kind of shit happens all the time. No, it doesn't. Oh, jeez. Oh, hang on. None shall pass. None shall pass. You got some pretty good brakes on there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something or had a laugh. One of the two.